this roll with your turkey gravy. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I hope that if you haven't already taken the time to hit that subscribe button, please do it right now. I'm going to add in a 3/4 cup of milk and then a 3/4 cup of warm water. We have it right. There's our milk and we have our warm water. Now I'm putting in a tablespoon of yeast. 1 tablespoon. I'm sprinkling across the top. Now I'm also going to add in a 1/4 cup of sugar. In our mixer, I'm going to turn it on low, and I'm going to add in 1 egg. And here I have 1 egg. I have my butter and my salt. I'm going to add in 2 cups of flour. One needs 4. 2. Now I'm leaving the rest off to the side because we're going to need about a total of 4.5 cups of flour. We have about 3 cups of flour in. I'm going to add in another 1/2 cup. We just want to make sure we get all that flour in there, get it good and incorporated. To put away, picking up that flour. Always give it about 3 minutes in between before you add more flour. Now I want you to see how clean this bowl is. We've added 4.5 cups of flour in total. Now, there it is. Oh man, it feels so good. You know, I like slow rise breads just because of the textures, and I think they go great with soups and things that are a little heavy, like if you have a stew, a slow rise bread is wonderful. But for something more delicate like chicken or turkey, I love a kneaded bread. So as you can see, this is so smooth. There's that baby's bottom right there. So I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to let it roll, kind of roll it around a little bit because we're going to be working with it. This is where we're going to work. And going to get my bench scraper. I'm cutting our Parker House roll dough in half, and I'm going to work with the first half. Now the great thing is that we're going to roll this section, this half section, into somewhat of a rectangle. We're going to fold it in half and then cut it. And it's going to be slim. You're going to see it's very slim. And we're making what I think of like little pocket books. But you fold it over and it closes up, and you actually end up with little books, little pocket books that are ready to go into the pan. That we're going to butter them, we're going to put them into the pan, and we're going to actually allow it to just rise, however long it takes. We want them high as they will get, and they're going to be absolutely delicious. You can see we have a nice slim rectangle, and we're going to take this and fold it in half, and we're going to try to get it as even as possible. So that's the reason why I trimmed off some of the sides. And then we're going to use the bench scraper and cut the rolls. We will continue making the rectangles until we have cut all of the dough. And once we've done that, we'll put just a little bit of butter on top and cover the rolls and allow them to rise. I thought you might be just a little bit curious as to why I put a towel down and then floured the towel. Now, the good thing is that I'll actually use this towel to cover the pan once we're all finished, or pans once we're finished. But at this point, the towel is nice and floury. It allows me to move the dough and to handle the dough very easily. Occasionally, it will slide, but that's okay. And the cleanup is so quick. And you know, that's one of those things that we try to keep in mind. Fast cleanup. I like to cover the pan first with a layer of plastic wrap and or cling wrap, whichever brand that you like to use. And then I'll take that towel, shake it out, and lay it over the pans. Because I was cooking already, my rolls rose in about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and they, as you can see, are absolutely beautiful. So I have two pans of rolls. One I put into just a non-stick pan, and the other I put into my cast iron, and that's because it was handy. And so we're going to bake these off at about 375 until they are beautiful and golden brown. Before we get these rolls into the oven, you know we're going to have to add some warm melted butter. But be careful, you do not want to add hot butter, just warm melted butter. I've purposely taken my rolls out a little bit early. And the reason for that, you can see that they're starting to get nice and golden, but I didn't want them to get too brown because I already know that just before dinner, I'm going to put them back into the oven. I'll put some more butter on them, put them back into the oven. And when I pull them out for dinner, they're going to be hot and delicious. Wonderful. And they're nice and brown. I can see the brownness on the side, and they're going to be really, really good. They're soft, they're pillowy, and I think these are perfect for a Thanksgiving meal. Well, these babies are out of the oven. They are nice and hollow. I still have a little butter over here in my cup, and I think I'm just going to give them another little swoosh as if they're not buttered enough. But you know what? That's what we like. We like rolls, we like butter, and they are ready to go. And I'm going to take this one that is in a little corner. Oh my goodness. It is light as a feather. Now I left the other rolls in the oven for just a few more minutes, and because their bottoms were not quite as brown as these, but I'm telling you, I'm opening this one up, and I don't know if you can just see how hot they are. Can you see that steam coming off of there? Oh, and you know what I'm gonna have to do. I got my little melted butter here. Or even just by itself. Try them, because you're gonna like them.